Even though I came to faith at a very young age, I didn't see God as my purpose. And going into college, I was struggling with lack of purpose, lack of motivation, depression. It was a really dark time in my life. And through all of that, I was looking for what could possibly be the answer. So I came into 2020 with my hand open to God saying, rebuild. I don't know what you're going to do, but rebuild me. Show me something. And I did not know the ride God was going to take me on. So I moved to Ankeny in late December of 2019 and then started coming to Keystone. It was really, really cool how God started just laying in my heart this message of stop building your kingdom, build mine instead. Stop building your kingdom, build mine instead. And I didn't quite know what to do with that. I talked to the guys in my salt company, CG, about it. Like, hey, this is what God's telling me. Like, I don't know what this means. I'm going to just try and keep walking and following you. And then Unfinished started rolling around. And growing up in a Christian home, knew that giving to the church was a thing that you should do, was a good thing, and a thing that God commanded to be generous and to give generously. And I had given on an occasion once or twice, but had never really given consistently. It wasn't really something I thought of that much, or when I did, I kind of put it, tossed it around back and forth in my head, and eventually quenched whatever the Holy Spirit was saying, kind of just kept going about my way because I was worried about what I wanted to do. And then Commitment Sunday comes for Unfinished. And God and I had been talking back and forth. And okay, God, I think this is a step in me stopping building my kingdom and building yours. I'm going to commit for the first time, and start giving regularly to the church, to my local church, which was for me a really big step because I had never done that. And I kind of had a number in the back of my mind of, I think this is how much I can do. And as I was sitting there, God was really kind of pointing me towards the fact that when you want to build God's kingdom, God doesn't call for half-heartedness. He calls for all in 100%. God will provide for you, but he expects for you to be all in for him, to not hold anything back. And he didn't hold anything back. He didn't withhold his own son for me. Why should I think that I can withhold what's actually already his, that he's given me stewardship of, because I have something fun that I want to go do? God really pushed me, just in that hour to take a step farther outside my comfort zone than I was already thinking of going and just doing. Just God called me to a point of surrender I've never been to before. The concept of Christ's sacrifice for me, of giving up all that he had in glory to come down, live a perfect life here on earth, and then die for my sin. If he gave up the ultimate sacrifice, the only rational response is to then live sacrificially for him, is to not hold back anything, but to push all your chips on the table in and say, okay, God, I trust that you're going to provide for me. I'm all in. I'm all in for you. I'm ready to live sacrificially and to not hold anything back, whether that be time, money, service, my life, but to put it all on the table and say, God, it's all yours anyways. Do with it as you see fit. I trust that you will provide. I'm all in.